name's Ed Leach, and I'm a partner and wealth advisor at Highland Financial Advisors. And one of the areas that I specialize in working with is dental practice owners. And I want to talk to you about really three things today. The first is the importance of dental practice owners when thinking about their planning, starting with their why. The second, I want to share a little assessment that we found has helped dental practice owners kind of prioritize what's important to them. And the third, really talk about the values of the outcomes of that assessment and how we put practice owners more in control of making decisions around their most precious resources in time and money. The first thing that I want to talk to you about is finding balance in time and money and starting with your why. Life is full of trade-offs around time and money, especially when you're a practice owner that's main responsibility is running your practice, seeing your patients, being head of HR, managing your people, being responsible for their livelihoods, and albeit while taking care of yourself, your health, your personal finances, as well as your family. At some point, something is going to have to give. And we found that in starting with your why and identifying what your priorities are can help give you a clear decision framework around making decisions in both of those areas. Whether it be starting a retirement plan for your practice if you're a young practice owner, weighing the benefits of making that investment for your future and maybe sacrificing some short-term gain. Whether it's a practice owner that's been reluctant to hire an associate because they just don't want to manage that person, but odds are if they don't hire that associate, they might not have any value in their practice when they reach retirement, which is a huge missed opportunity for them. So in working with a team of advisors, typically a financial planner that specializes in working with practice owners, and having a really good CPA that focus on working with practice owners are the key two professionals that dental practice owners need to lean on to help them create this decision framework on how they should spend their most precious resources in their time and in their money. The second area that I want to talk to you about today is give you a little assessment that you could do on your own time to figure out whether or not you're spending what we believe is your life's most precious resources in time and money in the right areas in the order of your priorities. So when we throw up this spoken wheel and looking around your why, it could be things centered around your family, your friends, your wealth, meaning your finances, your health, which is usually at the bottom of everybody's list, especially because the next thing on that list is your dental practice and all the responsibilities that you have inside of running your own practice. Not just seeing patients, being a business owner, being your own administrator. Hopefully you have a key employee that you delegate a lot of these things to. But that is a huge area of time and money. The next one could be experiences. It's vacations. You work really hard. You want to experience life. You want to enjoy things. Next one is education. You're also a professional. You have to stay on top of all of the cutting edge technologies, cutting edge practices inside running your own practice. And also hobbies and interests. At the end of the day, there are things that you enjoy doing. It could be tennis, it could be golf, it could be wine, it could be anything. So when you look at and line up all of those 8 items around that why, and you rank them in order of your priorities, and you ask yourself the 2 questions of, am I spending time in these areas in the order of my priorities? Am I spending my money in the areas in order of these priorities? The third area that I want to talk about is after you've done this assessment, usually we find that you feel more in control of your decision-making process around time and money. Is if the opportunity comes up that you can buy the building next door from your practice and those financial decisions don't align with, I want to make sure that no matter what, I have enough money saved for my child's education, saved in a 529 plan, that should be your first red flag of, hey, maybe this isn't the right financial decision, although it could be a good investment. And I'll share with you an example of why, starting with your why and identifying your priorities early on and allocating your most precious resources in time and money is we had a client come to us in their late 50s and he wanted to retire and sell his practice and sail off into the sunset in the next 5 years. And what we found in meeting with him and their spouse was that they were not on track to retire in 5 years. They had not done, albeit a very successful practice, not done the right things in hiring internal succession. There was nobody behind him to take over. They had not really done proper savings. Their lifestyle had gotten away from them. They were putting out all their fires in their financial world. And one of the things that we found was they had to make some radical decisions in a very short period of time, and that was a stressor for them. And we were able, through some creative planning ideas, to help get them on track by amplifying their 401k retirement plan and adding a cash balance pension plan to play catch up, really digging deep and looking through their cash flow and saying, are you really spending in the areas that are most important to you? With the trade-off being, if you don't make these changes, you're likely not on track to retire in that 5-year period. And why, coming back to starting with why and answering those priority questions that we talked about is so important, is that all of those fires, that wall that they came up against in their late 50s when they were 5 years away from retirement, that could have all been handled in the prior 10 to 20 years of making really good decisions around time and money, hiring the right people in their practice, running it like a business, and enabling themselves in their lifestyle to spend where it was most important to them because they weren't paying attention to their cash flow. So in summary, what we talked about today was, first, the importance of starting with your why, identifying the importance of allocating your time and money in the right areas of your life. The second is hopefully a self-assessment that helps give you an idea of whether or not you're doing just that by answering those 2 questions and outlining those 8 priorities and ranking them of importance to you. And the third, we talked about an example of don't wait too long. Don't wait until your late 50s to help make decisions around these areas. You want to start as early as possible. We've had the benefit of working with both young practice owners and those closer to retirement. And more than ever, we feel that we can have the most profound impact the earlier that you start. And the most important thing that you can do is make sure that you have a strong team around you in working with a fee-only fiduciary financial advisory firm, as well as working with a good CPA tax professional that specializes in working with practice owners. That knowledge base is going to help hopefully put you in a position to succeed in your practice and in your personal financial life. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be coming out with more videos helping practice owners. Look forward to seeing you soon.